I sleep too much, but I told you I had worked all day and I drink too much, but I told you I was thirsty and I lie through my teeth because I'm worn out in the first place. So please excuse my love for all these excuses. Love is a dangerous game, but not at all what I should play. I told you I'd stay with it, but so what? I forfeited anyway. Your questions stay the same, and my answer's still no different. Can't tell you why I'm late, but so what? You forget it anyway. I'm warm, but you grow colder. Well, I slow, but you go forward. I know that you feel cornered by all of my helpless excuses. Cause I sleep too much, but I told you I had worked all day and I drink too much, but I told you I was thirsty and I lie through my teeth because I'm worn out in the first place. So please excuse my love for all these excuses. It's been a burden on me, a burden on me. Well, how long can I stay busy doing things that you can't see? Going round and round, it makes me dizzy. I'm warm, but you grow colder. I slow, but you go forward. I know that you feel cornered by all of my helpless excuses. Well, all those empty promises, the ones that I can't keep, it makes no difference to me. It makes no difference to me. But don't think I'll be around when the water gets too deep. It makes no difference to me. It makes no difference to me. Cause I sleep too much, but I told you I worked all day and I drink too much, but I told you I was thirsty and I lie through my teeth because I'm worn out in the first place. So please excuse my love for all these excuses. I sleep too much and I drink too much, and I lie through my teeth because all these excuses, love, well, all these excuses, love.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the A-Gap Podcast. And now, your host, Colby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Tuesday right here on the A-Gap Podcast. As I just said, it is Tuesday. It is February 7th. It is the Tuesday before the Super Bowl. We haven't seen you guys in a couple weeks. We hope you're doing all right. We had a good little week off last week. Well, kind of a good week. We're going to get into it all this episode. We're going to cover the conference championship games, and we're going to cover the Super Bowl for you. But first off, how you guys doing? What's going on? How are you? Tom, I'm sure you're ecstatic wearing all your Eagles gear. How does it feel?
I want to, for the record, I bought this gear before the NFC Championship. It just came in for this. It's
Okay.
not like I planned on, just buying all this shit. And the Devontae shirt, I know we're going to get into it later, but the most unbelievable catch in the history of the NFC Championship. I'm representing right here.
Fuck off. Fuck
This
off.
guy
You're
already.
coming in so fucking hot. I'm just going to mute your mic and me and John are going to sit here and cry together if you keep that up this whole time.
True.
That is
I'm sorry.
rude.
I had that one can for about, I don't know how many
Yeah.
days since
I
when the
know,
shirt
we-
arrived. I was like, I got the shirt. I bought it before the game, and I was like, ooh, different vibes now for
Yeah.
my Niners fans. See this one.
Yeah, dude, it's we really haven't talked much since the NFC Championship game. I sent you a few very angry text messages the day of the game.
Can I say on the pod what you texted me? Because it's
Please,
so
yeah,
funny.
go for it.
It was
I
so funny.
apologized. I will say I've
You did.
apologized. I was very upset,
Absolutely.
and we had a
Well,
good chat. But yeah,
Why
I
don't
was
you
mad.
break down what I sent to the Niners group chat
Oh god,
that
okay,
maybe
let me.
set you off?
Yeah, so
You
so
remember?
Tom is in our
Also-
Niners group chat. Oh, go for it, John. Will I try and
Real
find
quick,
that text?
just to preface everything, I want everybody to know that Colby, Matt, and myself, producer Kevin, we are all in the same room for this game right now. We all went to
Correct.
Utah. We all went and hung out with our buddy Matt out there in Utah, and so we were all there, and so we kind of fed into each other's, I guess, grief, maybe anger, maybe
A little bit of all that, I
rage,
assume.
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rage. I think that feels right. But
I think when go for it.
I was just gonna say, so the whole game, right? Basically, after Brock gets hurt, and we'll go more into the game later, but it was basically over, right? But
Correct.
I'm a superstitious sports fan, and you guys should have seen me sweating it once the Niners went down and scored again. It was 7-7.
Yeah.
I was worried. I was still genuinely worried. Like I was like, oh fuck, this is ridiculous. We lose to Josh Johnson. But then after that, I waited for the game to be over, right? It was, you could tell midway through, even at the end of the first half, this shit was done, right? So I waited until it was like the final score was about to be there. And the Niners chat, which I want to point out, I'd been in this Niners chat for almost 2 years, I think. I've always been the guy that necessarily didn't belong, but just want to throw my commentary in there and, hang out with the boys in the chat. I think that day I knew this is the day I'm getting kicked out of the chat. And,
So,
and, this
wanna hear
was the day.
Yeah, we have on the
go
other
ahead.
side, it
Yep.
was like, all right, when do we kick Tom out? And it was like, literally, it was like, do we kick him out right before the game? Like, we had plans to kind of do it, and then Kevin was like, no. If we kick him out, he wins. So it's like, we can't kick him out. We gotta watch the game and like leave him in. You didn't say anything during the game because if you
Not at
would
all.
have, you would have been kicked out immediately. But I think
I was trying to be respectful.
Yeah,
it was going to be a sacrifice, Tom, honestly,
Yes.
is what it was going to be. It was a ritual that we were going to put in place and make a sacrifice to the football gods. But Kevin was right. If we did that, then you would have won.
yeah. So we
Well-
couldn't do that. But then as soon as the Eagles won, I deleted it, but I think I remember what you sent. I literally deleted it because I
It
didn't
was a
want to see it.
Jalen Hurts
Yeah,
gift. Smiling and
it was
sticking
him
his tongue out.
smiling, sticking
That
his
was
tongue
it.
out, like shaking his head, yes. And then I immediately,
Matt said bye, and then I was gone.
so
And-
I kicked you before I even saw him say bye.
All I saw was bye and gone. And literally, I was at work for the game, right? And I'm telling everyone, I'm getting the people at work involved, like, I don't want to be an asshole. It's a pretty rough game, all that. What should I send? Of course, everyone that doesn't know any of you guys is like, oh, dude, they're being bad sports fans. Send them fucking, get into it. You won the game. And I was like, I'm just going to send a GIF.
right.
And I was saying, it was like in this version of the universe where the Eagles win this game, right? It's like I woke up that morning and I was like, I'm getting kicked from the group chat today.
yeah.
Today's
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking day.
You're like,
Like
I
if
know.
the Eagles win, I'm getting kicked.
Yeah.
That's okay. Like
But-
it was meant to
Yeah.
be this way.
I'll probably get you back in, but
Tom, you went out on your
It's all good.
terms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I sent a Jalen Hurts gift after when you guys are in your deepest moment of pain was when the realization that this shit is 100% over. And then to lead back to where we all started here.
so
Colby sent me a little
before you
text.
go into that one text you
Okay,
didn't see, so
okay.
after Matt said bye, I just wrote to the rest of the group. I said, "Later, shit ass." That was it.
Later, shit ass.
Later,
Nice,
shit
nice,
ass.
good.
I've been watching a lot of Reservation Dogs, and they call everybody shit asses. So I thought it was a very funny insult. So I went with that.
That's good insult. I never saw it, but yeah, it does. It sounds so fire.
Got him.
We got so pretty much directly after I got kicked out of the chat. I'm still standing in the same spot I was standing when I got kicked out of the chat. I get from Colby. Fuck you too soon. Fuck the Eagles, and I hope you get your ass kicked in the Super Bowl. Immediately after, love you, but I'm mad.
Yeah, love you, but fuck you, dude. Like I was, we were so mad, man, and it was
we
like
were mad.
You guys should be mad, right? It was one of
Yeah.
the most painful fucking sports moments. Like, could be one of the most painful sports moments of your lives. You can make that argument.
Could make that argument.
The thing though is, so this is after obviously the rage, the denial, the fucking like being really upset about it for a while. I honestly kind of would have rather maybe lost that way than having it be like a really close game and then losing at the very end, like a heartbreaking loss. Like that would have hurt
you get
more
a lot.
long
You gain
term.
something with this. Yeah.
With this, it's like we never had a chance. Brock Purdy was hurt. Like obviously we have a lot of quote unquote excuses, but fourth string quarterback, no shot of winning this thing. Granted, that when McCaffrey broke that run, breaking like 6 tackles on his way to the end zone, and it was 7-7, dude, that was like a speedball, because it was like we were all like, yes, oh my god, we have a chance, and then it was just a fucking downhill descent with no brakes the rest of the way, and it was terrible. But
yeah, it was brutal the rest of the way.
That was the highlight of our day by
the end of the first half was it. That was when I was at work, right? And there's this moment I had an employee. I finished my hour lunch. First hour lunch was the beginning of the game. And I get back and I just stand in home theater and I just clean. The register. It's right by the TV.
Smart,
and one employee's like, and I was like, there, and everyone at work, it was so dead. They're like, Tom, you can just sit in the break room and watch the game. I was like, no, I'm back for my lunch. I'm a goddamn manager. I'm going to do my fucking job. So I just clean something. So there's like me stress cleaning. It was right when McCaffrey scored the touchdown. I'm like fucking dusting shit. And I'm like putting shit away and I'm throwing shit away. And I'm like, get pissed. And this fucking homeless guy is watching the game in front of me. And he's just sitting there and he's like getting all juiced to the Niners stuff. I didn't even talk to the guy. Obviously Niners fan.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then I was doing all that cleaning until the end of the first half. And then I was like, all right, I can watch this game from my phone elsewhere or whatever. Like it was basically over. It felt like when they scored those 2 touchdowns before the end of the first half. That was pretty much it.
The second Josh Johnson fumbled that snap and you guys went down and scored a touchdown, we all knew
I don't even want to talk about
it.
Him.
I know, dude. It was so bad.
Painful.
It was, as soon as that happened, it was like, we're done. And we kept obviously a lot of GVOs going around, a lot of sad GVOs going around. And it was like, oh, Purdy's warming up. Give him a shot at halftime. Like, we didn't know he tore a fucking elbow ligament. We had no idea that it was that bad of an injury. He has to get fucking Tommy John surgery now. So it's like, we had no idea. We're like, oh, shoot him up.
In 6 months.
Yeah. A lot of takes during the game were like, Brock Purdy isn't tough enough. Like, he needs to step up. It's like, no, he literally needs Tommy John surgery, snapped a ligament in his elbow. Like, you can't play through that. Granted, he threw 1 screen pass, but still, you can't do that. So
you guys probably haven't because it's so painful, but did you watch any of them mic'd up for the game?
No.
I haven't seen any of it yet.
It's sad for Niners fans, but there was like Kittle, like, you know, Kittle, he can't be down. He can't be sad. He can't not see a positive, right? And he's like, he walks up to Brock and he's like, you ambidextrous? You throw from that left?
Oh, I did see that.
That was his first question. It's like, oh, dude, so brutal, man.
Yeah.
And I want to say, if you watch the whole video too, the post game, the respect between Niners and Eagles, where both teams are like, this isn't the way we wanted it to happen. Like, fucking, you guys are all fucking warriors out there. There was so much respect post game. Maybe not from the Eagles fans, but the players and the Niners players, like, definitely had a lot of respect at the end of the game. But tough one.
Brutal, man. It was brutal.
It was just I mean, because like you said, I think that's the biggest thing is like, yes, you take the W, and I understand that completely, but I feel like on both sides, this is not how you want this game to go down. It's supposed to be an insane weekend of football, and you want to see a good game. You want to see something going back and forth, and this was supposed to be a hell of a battle, you know, between both sides of the ball, offensive, defensive lines. It was going to be a battle in the secondary against our receivers. It was going to be a great game, and then it just gets derailed, man.
Merrill Reese, the Eagles announcer, it was at the end of that, mic'd up, but he was like, it's like a heavyweight matchup that never happened. That's what at the end of the game he said something like that, you know.
Yeah, man.
Brutal.
We were robbed as fans. It's like kind of been like, not all the games have been terrible in this postseason, But there's been like quite a few stinkers that
mean-
were supposed to be great games. Like I would say the best game, we'll get into it, was Chiefs Bengals. Not get
I
into
mean,
it now.
I was
but
gonna say
Chiefs
that
Bengals
that
was the
game
best
also kind of sucked too, though, because
Yeah.
of the ref calls. You know, like
Yep,
just the fact there
yep.
was so much ref ball going on, and
Yeah,
that was
man.
like, what was the best game? I would throw maybe Cowboys Niners out there. That was a pretty good fucking game.
It was ugly, but it was
Um,
close.
Yep, exactly. It was ugly but close.
Jaguars Chiefs was kind of fun.
Jaguars Chiefs. That was actually sneaky one of the best games in the playoffs for sure.
Dolphins
Jaguars
Bills.
Chargers early on.
Dolphins Bills was sneaky great. Yeah, that game was awesome.
Jaguars Chargers
Yeah,
early
Chargers
on.
Jaguars.
Jags come
was
back.
great.
Yep. That
was
one.
great.
Yeah, that
Wild
could be
card.
the best. I think that could be the best game. Yeah,
Yeah, the comeback.
from an entertainment standpoint.
Yeah, man. It was just kind of like I don't want to say it was a stinker because I don't want to be all depressed about it, but like a lot
It was
of
a
the games
stinker of a game.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
Absolutely.
definitely a stinker of a game. Niners Eagles. That I mean,
Right.
like once again,
Playoffs though.
never had a chance, and it just sucks when you have this long season. These guys work so fucking hard to get to this point, and on the first drive, their quarterback gets injured. The quarterback that got them there, the Mr. Irrelevant story, all of it, and it's just like that. One play, dead, gone. Hopes are gone. It was, yeah, devastating. But like I said, after some time of reflection, it's like it is what it is. You can't avoid injury in a high contact game. And at the end of the day, it's gonna suck, but luck didn't fall to our side.
One more thing, and I might be dancing on grave, so I apologize. This is a little irrational. So when we discussed in the pod before the game, there was one point where obviously Nick Bosa is going to win Defensive Player of the Year, right? But I have this very clear memory of when I said, well, Hassan Reddick could be arguably the Defensive Player of the Year. And I remember seeing all three of your guys' faces do the same, like complete lack of respect of the statement I just said. You guys were all like, no fucking way. And then, of course, this game was the fucking Hassan Reddick game, and it was over in the first fucking quarter. One play, basically one play, obviously changed the whole game, and no one shoots for injuries, right? But that was one of the best pass rushes that guy's ever fucking had. Biggest defensive play of the game, obviously, it is the biggest play of the game. So
Yeah, one thing
Hassan Reddick, beast.
One thing producer Kevin kept bringing up when we were watching the game, which was a great point, is like we just weren't blocking him. We were trying to bring
Yeah.
like Kittle around or
tight end.
use check around to like
They're
chip
doing,
him,
like, chip
and
block.
it's like,
yeah.
why are you going to chip block arguably one of the best pass rushers in the league statistically? Like
Yep.
it didn't make sense, and maybe they thought clearly they had a mismatch with him against McGlinchey, which I'm sure they did. So they were like, maybe let's get McGlinchey some help. But then you would see McGlinchey completely pull to the left side of the line, and it's like he's just free. That's exactly what happened on the Purdy play. If you watch it, McGlinchey basically
Absolutely.
runs away from him, and then I think it was Kittle or Juszczyk tried to chip him, running across the middle in motion, and obviously he just runs right by him and completely fucked him up. So
It was a third string tight end that was trying to block him in that play.
Yeah.
That's why I just remember
So-
seeing that
yeah.
guy is like not
Yeah.
even their second string, you know?
right,
Does some of those plays is this, and we're gonna go a little deeper just because I want to. Is this another kind of Kyle Shanahan boneheaded playoff stuff? Do you feel like any of this
No.
comes down on Kyle?
I think I would speak to the opposite of that. It's like those schemes that he was running have worked very successfully, and they
That's a
had
good
been
point, John.
working. They had been working throughout the playoffs. They worked throughout the. You don't win 10
Season.
games in a row, not doing these things, and then just all of a sudden doing them in an NFC Championship game. And I think that more to your point, I think Hassan Reddick is that man. Like you had said, he did his homework. He was in the right spots. He was elusive, missing blocks. Like the dude did his homework and figured out the Kyle Shanahan system, or at least knew where he was supposed to be on the specific plays, which is, like you said, a testament to him.
And I think the coaching too. Remember, that was my one call: is the coaching is the thing that's either going to win or lose this game. And I think the Eagles coaching staff, Jonathan Gannon, right? Like he has come a long way than them losing to the Bucks in that fucking last year's playoff game. Like huge difference.
I think obviously if Brock stays in that game, we get a little bit more of a test on that for
100%.
sure.
Absolutely.
Josh comes in, and no offense to him, man, I understand you're a fourth string quarterback, but man, it looked like he had never touched a football in his life. Like he was
Impressive.
fumbling left and right. He couldn't run the offense. He wasn't efficient.
bunch of delay games.
Bunch of delay games, man. And I get it. It's
Yeah,
Philly. It's loud.
penalties.
I get it. But man, you have to be like not getting the call. You're not doing the simple stuff of like just trying to get like I don't know, man. We can spiral real quick. We can
All the way
really
down.
go
There's a
down.
lot
a rabbit
of
we're-
bad
hole.
to talk
I'm going to take it a
about.
little different angle then. What do you guys think about how this game is changing the way people think rosters should be constructed in the playoffs? Basically requiring that every NFL team have 3 quarterbacks ready to go at any one time, and maybe
think-
expanding the rosters in the playoffs. You've heard any of that talk?
Well, I've heard about they need to bring back the emergency quarterbacks, where NFL teams are allowed to travel with an emergency quarterback who is essentially exactly for this situation. It's when you're on your 4th string and they go out, and especially in a game like this, then you have somebody that, like from that practice squad or a veteran or something, somebody who put Greasy in there, man. We got Brian Greasy on the
Seriously.
sidelines right now. Put
He can
put
run
pads
fucking
on the guy.
offense.
Let him
Steve
go.
Young was in the parking lot saying he's like, I'll suit up.
He's
that,
like, I'm
remember he
warming
tweeted
up.
out, He's like,
Yeah.
he's
so
like, I'm
down.
warming up, dude. I'll go in. Like, fucking let me in
I
this,
was
you know?
so down. Put Steve on the field. Let that guy run the offense.
The one thing that really sucks about this conversation is I guarantee you Jimmy Garoppolo could have played in this game, but his agents himself, he's like, fuck, I'm out of here. I have no ties to you guys. Like, I don't need to help this team win right now, because if I get injured, that's going to ruin my career probably, and I won't get another shot. So, now he's a hot commodity on the free agent market. So, yeah,
I have some
it's
tabs lined up
frustrating.
that is my little show structure for us tonight, and this is a great transition into some of the hot NFL news. What do you guys think about the news today that Kyle Shanahan Garoppolo been beefing all playoffs long?
I feel like that's the reason why, is because he was ready to go. He traveled with the team, but didn't suit up for his own personal interest, which I completely understand from a player standpoint. But don't you want to go out as the hero? Wouldn't it be like, but granted, yes, you're risking injury, right? But these are guys that you've fought with for years now, that looked up to you
Had
as
his
their
back.
number one for a long time, and
Yeah.
defended you against other quarterbacks coming in and taking his job. And now, like, he even played a bunch this year and helped us win these games. But the fact that he kind of probably, I guarantee you that's what they were beefing about. I don't know. I haven't read a lot of the articles about it, but I assume it had something to do with his availability.
There was an article right before the game. I felt like it was that day or the day before that was Jimmy is almost ready. I remember them saying like Jimmy could have maybe did it, and if they make it to the Super Bowl, he'll be ready as a backup, but he just couldn't do it. That was the news story, and I feel like there's more to it than that. Which
I
we're
agree.
obviously kind of learning now. So I don't know. Are you on Team Shanahan or Team Jimmy, or is it just all sad still? Regardless,
it's all still
All
sad. Yeah, it's all still pretty sad.
That's the
I mean,
running theme of all of this whole
Yeah,
thing. It's just sad for all Niners Nation, man.
I mean, I'm going to back our coach because he's still our coach. Period.
And I don't have any reason to say like, call for Kyle's head, you know what I mean? Which some of the fan base has. And Niners fans are so fast to come unhinged. I like seeing Twitter after our loss was wild, absolutely wild. About
it was so many different directions too.
Oh my
and
god,
there was
tear
attacks,
it down,
attacks
sign
and defenses.
Brady, like fucking
It
we
was
needed
all
Aaron
over the place.
Rodgers, all that. Oh my god, it's just like calm down, people. Jesus, I understand it's fresh, but like it's not that bad. We had injuries, man. We had injuries all over the place. And then, like you said, we had a quarterback who, by the way, at the beginning of the season, we basically chucked deuces and said, like, thanks for your time, fuck off. Didn't even let him play with the big boys. He had to go play on his own practice field. Like, I can understand if there's some animosity from this guy towards the front office, towards the coaching staff, the players, that's a different story. That's the locker room. Those are your boys. Those are the guys you hang out with and bond with. But I can understand the animosity. I don't wish Jimmy anything but luck, good fortune. I mean, the NFC South is going to be really fun for you next year because there's not a lot of competition.
Who are you picking, then, John? Real quick, where's he going? NFC
I
South.
think he's going to go. Man, it'd be really funny if he went to the Texans, but I don't think he's going to follow DeMeco. I think he's going to.
So.
I think it'll be the Saints. Probably is my pick.
Derek Carr's my Saints QB when I'm looking at the big board. That's the one I'm lining up for that. But
that's a good call.
maybe it's just relevancy bias.
I wish it was
or recency bias
fucking
because the news
Jameis
article today.
Winston. They should have played him more this year, but they didn't. So, oh well.
It's fucking Saints, dude.
That's
so
Saints.
trash.
Yeah, he could do Bucks, but I don't know. It's like, are the Bucks just gonna blow up? And he probably won't be happy there. But I don't think he has. Yeah,
I can't do
At
it
least
like
the
Matt
spirit
can.
of Matt is here. Matt,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
never
if you
really
had-
leaves us, you
For the
know.
audio listeners, if you haven't introduced, Matt is not with us tonight, but he'll be back next week. Yeah, man. As for Jimmy, it could be the Bucks, but once again, they could clear house. It could be, I could see the Saints, but Derek Carr does make a little more sense, I think, with the Saints offense. Air it out a little bit more.
You got to throw in the
Um,
fact that there's like 5 QBs in the top 10 players in
Yeah.
this draft too. So it's like it's gonna kind of become a slosh and a shit show. Like
Yeah.
and then there's gonna be this because isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. The free agent stuff's before the draft, right? Or is it vice versa?
I think it's
Free
before.
agency's before a draft.
Correct.
So yeah,
Because you
So
can
we'll find out
you can
quickly.
trade picks.
Oh yeah, well, and there's also if I'm a team and I'm trying to find a franchise quarterback, maybe grab one of all these veteran guys and then also draft his successor. You know,
Yep, exactly.
I might not be a bad idea.
That's the role I kind of see for Jimmy a little bit is like come in, give us a
Bridge
good
QB.
2 years maybe, and train this kid who is going to eventually take your job. Like I feel like that's going to be his role. He could be a backup somewhere, like True Grit said. Where do you think Jimmy's going to get his next ring as a backup? I don't know, but I don't think that'll be for another 4 or 5 years where he's like a standard backup on a bench, because he'll probably continue to be a backup quarterback. He'll stay ready. He knows how to get the locker room around him if he needs to. But I see him starting next year somewhere. I don't know
Before we
where.
move too far along, I want one question, and we can fully move past everything with this Niners season. We can call it done. My last question.
Thank
Call it a-
God.
Call it a season. Is next year's starting QB on the roster right now?
Yes.
And his name is Trey Lance.
Oh, all right.
Well,
I
what's
guess
Brock gonna do?
Brock
He
won't be
can't
up.
for
Brock
six-
won't be
not
ready
right
for
away.
OTAs.
Yeah, Brock's not gonna be ready for OTAs. And honestly, give Trey a chance. Why not?
I agree. You
Why the
drafted
fuck
the kid,
not?
you spent money on the kid. Give him a chance, and if it's not working out, guess what? You have arguably one of the best backups in the league with Brock Purdy. We've seen it.
Very similar to
And-
Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi, right? Two very capable.
Exactly.
You see the shit where they said if the Niners drafted Mac Jones, they would have beat the Eagles. Did you see what's his
Jesus
fucking
Christ,
name say that
Disco.
shit? The guy
said that?
The dumb guy that's on all the FS1 shit that always on Colin Cowherd's show. He's got the Nick Wright or something. I think Nick
No.
Wright or something like that.
Oh God.
It was a disgusting take.
Nick
I
Wright
don't
has
know.
arguably some of the worst, like those are like the Stephen A. Smith takes where it's just like you're just doing this for clicks.
Yep.
You just
Just
say
for
shit.
headlines.
Absolutely.
You just say shit because you want people to click on your Twitter.
I've got some tabs here, boys, before we go into Super Bowl or recap of the games. You want to talk some news, or do you want to go into Chiefs Bengals? What do you guys want to do?
Let's
Where do
do
you guys wanna
quick
go?
Chiefs Bengals. We'll hit some news, and we'll hop into Super Bowl prep.
Go.
All right, Chiefs Bengals. Hell of a game. This was a game.
Hell of a game.
This is a game I kind of watched in bits and pieces because I was traveling from Matt's house going up to Park City. I watched like the entire first quarter in the car, and then caught bits and pieces. Obviously, like eating dinner, looking over people's shoulders, but then dialed in for the last 5 minutes. So, hell of a
I
game.
watched a good chunk of it. Yep.
Yeah, hell of a game. Obviously came down to that field goal at the end and the penalty at the end, which was devastating. Devastating for Bengals fans all across Cincinnati and Ohio. It was just like, you can't do that, man. You just can't do that. And it's like, it sucked because he looked so sad and you could tell he knew he fucked up. But in the heat of the battle, sometimes you just don't think that clearly.
Did you watch? And I maybe haven't deep dived enough, but I was told that you can see that his feet tripped up Mahomes, and it wasn't the actual push. He had his hands up. He had his hands up, but fucking bum ankle Mahomes. His feet kicked Mahomes' feet, and that caused it. And he had his hands like up like this, and it kind of made it look like he pushed him. But if you watch the replay, their feet get tangled up before he ever makes contact with his hands, which it's getting called every single fucking time. It doesn't matter whether it's whether it's tangled feet or a push or whatever, that's getting called every single fucking time. But it's kind of interesting that it wasn't as maybe as egregious as everyone makes it out to be. Because do you get your feet get tangled up, bro? But I think even if it wasn't Mahomes and it wasn't the AFC Championship, same play happens in a regular season game, they're still going to call it. But I just think if you haven't watched it again, watch it because
yeah, I'm pulling it up actually right now. I want to take a
yeah,
look
because
at
it was
it.
a
Well,
little,
it's like-
little more tripping than pushing.
Well, it's like you said, it's the optics of it, and that's you can't challenge that play. So
No fucking way.
as a defenseman, you just can't put yourself in that position, and that's
Yes,
a hard thing to
that's a good
say
point.
because your entire point is to get the quarterback down or out of bounds, and so he's doing his job. It's like, it's the NFL is so annoying sometimes as far as like how untouchable the quarterback is because this is such a close play, so bang bang and so instant. It's like a lot of these other, roughing the passer calls that we get and everything. So I don't know.
It kind of looks like his hand. It kind of looks like his feet, but it looks like his feet and hands kind of hit at the same time. Mahomes definitely falls forward and kind of throws his hands out.
Does he do a little?
Yeah,
Like
he does
a-
a little bit of like,
But everyone's doing that shit. Every quarterback in the entire NFL ever is gonna fucking right
Fair.
there.
Yeah,
Like
course.
again, you don't knock him for it, but
It's just once again,
Love
like
it.
John said, you can't put yourself in that position. He was-
gamesmanship.
You know
Can't
he's
put
running
yourself
out of
in possession,
bounds.
yep.
You know he's running out of bounds. He's already got the first down. Just give him a light tap on the shoulder. That's it. Let him run out on his own. Don't even really touch him. He's like already out. Yeah, it's
Hard.
tough, man. It's tough because it's like, and granted, I saw obviously the classic coach quote, the classic quote by all, like not all fans, but a lot of people in the media is going to be, well, there are a lot of other plays in a game. It's a team sport, not one
course.
play. One play shouldn't hurt you like that, but kind of did.
Kind of
So,
did.
yeah, I feel bad
First
for the guy.
thing, first thing I want to bring up: were the Bengals a little too penisy going into this game? Burrow
I think he just-
Eli Apple just being Eli Apple. Fucking the swag train of Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, Joe Cool. Like it felt like they were real confident. And even the lead up to the Niners Eagles, right? There was a lot of discussion of how much they respect each other, right? There was a lot of like, this is a great team, it's a great team. You just kept hearing it over and over again. I felt like Bengals fans were like, oh, well, we beat them there once. This is our spot. Like, it just felt like they were a little too cocky for what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it gets a little extra when like the mayor gets involved of your city and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I feel like Chiefs fans and the mayor of Kansas City played it right, and they were just like, all right, we're saving receipts. Like,
Yep, exactly.
that's fine.
Locker-
We'll save receipts. But I mean, yeah, I guess the scoreboard talks more than any of the other talking that they did. So I don't know. You can be confident, but you need to back it up because now y'all just look stupid. So
Yeah. Burrowhead comments I thought were real out of taste. That was a past a little below the
Yeah.
belt of you're getting too cocky, man. Like way too cocky.
Yeah.
The football
that's-
gods punish
bit
people that say
much.
stuff like this.
I don't mind like a team like that though being cocky. You're on the road, like go in with a chip on your shoulder, whatever it takes for you to get pumped up, go for it, But it's like obviously, yeah, if you lose it looks terrible and you look cocky and you look like an idiot. But if you win the game, it's pretty fucking cool to be like Burrowhead bitch, like
So
but
confident.
it totally switches over, right? And then you're carrying that confidence into the Super Bowl. The whole team is around it, like. But it is like John said, it is weird when the mayor gets involved, like all that shit. It's like then now you lose and you have Travis Kelce calling your ass out in the post game on the stage accepting the trophy. Like
Calling
it's
him
a
a
bad
jabroni.
look. Yeah, it's a bad look. Like so, if you're gonna talk shit, you got to back it up, right? And if you don't back it up,
What's the-
you look
what's
like an
the-
idiot.
Talk shit, find out, or whatever. Or
Oh yeah,
what's
fuck
the
around
graph?
and
Yeah.
find out.
Find
Yeah,
out. Yeah,
exactly. If thine fuck around, thine will find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's I don't know. I don't hate a cocky team really. Like I think it's fun. Like Kings are the beam team. We're loud. We're fucking people probably hate the beam at this point, but fuck it. I love it. As a fan, I love it. So I buy into it. But yeah, just back it up.
This is my
Just
second
back it up.
storyline from that game for you guys. And sorry if I'm taking all the points here, but
Go for it, dude.
where does it rank in all-time sports games of a hurt player pushing through injury? Fucking flu game, bloody sock, fucking where does high ankle sprain 6 to 8 weeks with 1 week of rest goes and wins the game? Where does that rank in your mind? Or side question, do you think it's actually a high ankle sprain?
I think it's a high ankle sprain, but I think this is going to sound dumb, but I think because it's Patrick Mahomes, I care less. Like, I'm just kind of like, yeah, he's good. He's going to fucking go out there and win. Like, it's what he does, you know? Like, he's going to do what he can to go out there and do the best for his team. And he did. And he tweaked it once and was limping around. And it was like,
so
when
bad
that happened, it was
that.
like, oh, like that looks like it hurts.
So bad.
But do I think it's flu game, bloody sock level? I don't know. It didn't feel that way when I was watching it. It was like, damn, like that's impressive for him to be doing this. But I don't know. I would say maybe it cracks probably top 10 because I can't really remember too many other big injury sickness games. So maybe top 5. But I don't know. I guess it just didn't have that feeling. I wasn't thinking like, oh, he has a high ankle sprain the entire time. Where with Jordan, you knew he was sick. He was like exhausted on the sideline. With Schilling, you could see the blood on the sock. They zoomed in on it every time, which they kind of did with Mahomes a little bit too. But I don't know. It didn't have that like magical feel to it for some reason. And maybe that is because a lot of people were saying, once again, I watched it kind of in chunks and bits and I didn't really get to see how the refs fully affected the game. It seemed like that was a big thing on Twitter is it's like, oh, refs wanted Kansas City. It's all part of the script, right?
NFL rigged, which became its own fun. We could have a whole topic about the NFL script thing. So fucking best meme ever of the whole season. So great.
It's so funny. True Grit says blood sock was lame in my opinion. I can do anything with a bloody sock and get no praise. that's fair.
Also the bloody sock thing, it's Kurt Schilling, right? So now it's like time has not done well to that man's reputation.
Absolutely
but
not.
I always think flu game, bloody sock when I think of like an athlete pushing through it, you know? But yeah, maybe I need to think about some other ones there. I kind of got that vibe, just like the moments where he threw it and he's fucking screaming in anger. He throws it, he tweaks it, and he's yelling and he's fucking walking back to the huddle. And it's like, I kind of was like, all right, this is some tough shit, you know? Like I was definitely getting those vibes. It doesn't happen very often. Phillip Rivers torn ACL game. You're right. Did he play a whole playoff game with a torn ACL?
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. You're right. That's a whole different level. that's a whole other thing. Fail Gank, welcome, dude. It's good to have you.
Welcome in.
You want to talk about guys coming back from injuries? Why don't you watch yourself a hockey game there, bud? Injuries.
No fucking problem for those guys.
Yeah, Sharks won, by the way. It's hockey season, so
let's go.
They beat the Lightning, right? I got the notification.
Atta babe. Yeah, we beat him in overtime. Timo Meyer had himself a game.
And he's still trade deadline pass. He's still a Shark.
Oh no, he's still very much on the table. Trade deadline is not until March 13th.
Oh shit.
We still
got
got
my deadlines mixed up. Plenty of time.
Time.
Well, I'm going to use Failgank's comment to segue to the next segment if you guys are ready for that.
Let's hit it.
Sure.
And
All right.
NFL news.
Aaron Rodgers going to go to the pitch black cabin. He's going to go to cabin in the woods for 4 days by himself to figure it out. I have one put on your tinfoil hat conspiracy. He's got to go to the darkest place on earth to find out what he wants to do. Maybe like the black hole.
Oh.
Yeah,
a lot of smoke during the Pro Bowl with Devontae and the tweets and all that stuff. So I guess I don't even really necessarily need your take, but if you got one, what do you think of Aaron Rodgers hanging out in a cabin in the middle of the woods for 4 days to figure out if he wants to play football again?
I think he's done ayahuasca. I think he's done a lot of things to try and do this like looking. And apparently this is supposed to be one of those things where like you're alone with your thoughts, which is a very rare thing in today's world, is to be alone with your thoughts. And I guess do what you want, but I agree with you. I think there's a lot of talk right now about him to Las Vegas.
I think True Grit.
Yeah, I love that. True Grit said, did that last week. I'm probably not playing football again.
I think
field reporter True Grit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I went out there and tried it, guys. I got the answers.
Guys, do not recommend.
I imagine it's kind of like a sensory deprivation, capsule, even though I'm sure it's not. but that's like just I imagine what if Aaron Rodgers has like an IV for literally 4 days and he's just in a bucket of water with a
Did you
closed lid.
see? I mean, did you see his interview with McAfee?
I did.
It sounds like solitary confinement. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, they lock you in a room and like there's a little slot where they'll put some food through for you,
It's like
but
there's a
you don't
two-way
get.
mirror. It's like,
It's
what
like,
the fuck?
Who's
yeah,
watching
it's
you,
like,
dude? This sounds like an ad for the new M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, right. It does. Yeah, I mean, you know what? If it helps him center his mind, dude, go for it. Like,
I
if
agree.
it's a way for him to access DMT and have a mind altering experience, even if it is him going partially insane for 4 days, if he believes that's going to help him make an informed decision, I'm not going to tell him he shouldn't do it. Like, I'll hand up. I've done mind altering experiences. They're fun and they can teach you a lot about yourself. So I say, why not go for it, dude? Is it weird? Absolutely. It's bizarre. I don't think we've ever had a quarterback this open about doing weird shit like that. But if it helps him, it helps
A
him.
weird guy.
He's a weird guy, but he's got his methods, and hell, he's a 3-time MVP, so clearly it works for him, right?
I'd
So,
say arguably less weird than some of the other quarterbacks in the
Yep.
league, though.
Yep.
Who, I mean, we can name a few of them who do some questionable things to center themselves and relax.
Kirk Cousins.
Brett
Oh,
Favre.
excuse me.
Deshaun
Brett
Watson.
Favre.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
God,
Remember the Brett Favre SNL sketch where jeans with a dick hole? Do you guys remember that?
Yes, dude.
Just want you to get that
was
memory in your head as we move
good.
forward in
That
this.
was so fucking good. So yeah, man.
Oh
I mean,
my
there's fucking pro athletes they're different creatures and they got to deal with a lot more pressure from society than we do. And hell, if you can go be alone for 4 days with your thoughts, I think that sounds somewhat healthy to me, honestly. It's a little wild, but go for it, man. If it helps you clear
Good
your
on
mind,
you.
go for it.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
I do think though, if he does come out of this and retire, people are gonna be like, he's fucking insane. He would have kept playing
not
if he didn't
retiring.
go in this dark room. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna fucking retire.
He's not retiring the same year as Tom Brady. No fucking way.
Nope.
It's going to
Nope.
lose all the thunder. Give it at least
Same.
1 year.
Same Hall of Fame class? Yeah, there would be no way.
Yeah, fuck no. Aaron Rodgers has too big of an ego. All right, you ready for the next headline, boys?
Let's hit it.
Vikings hire Steelers linebackers coach Brian Flores as the new defensive coordinator of the Minnesota Vikings. I think that's a solid fucking hire, especially for a team like the Vikings that were so bad defensively. That could be one of the missing pieces. Like this team, I know John was bullish on him from day fucking one, but I think it's a great fucking pickup for the Vikings and good for Brian Flores. Any thoughts on that, boys?
Yeah,
I
go for it.
I mean, well, if the Vikings had a glaring spot, it was their defense. So
Yeah.
I say you put Brian Flores. I'm just quickly trying to see if I could see a couple quick stats about his defenses that he's coached in the past. But I know successful, and I know
Right.
that you don't just get hired into this spot if you're, not somebody who can come in and put together a good unit. But I mean, let's see. Yeah, they use a lot of nickel, which is something that Flores is good at or has a lot of experience with. I think it's a good hire, man. I think that obviously, like I said previous, that's the glaring issue in Minnesota right now. So it starts with the coach, and they got a good one.
Also-
Okay, close your ears. I was gonna say Lions Vikings might be running that division for a long, long time.
Maybe, dude. We'll see what Jordan Love has. He said earlier in the chat, he said Jordan Love's gonna win 9 games. So we'll see about that. I like the Brian Flores move. I mean, he got that Miami defense pumping when they were down there. They had a scary secondary with Xavier Howard, and they had some good players down there. So I like it.
All right, we're gonna rapid fire a little bit. We gotta keep it moving here. Raiders grant permission for Derek Carr to visit with the Saints. No trade imminent is the headline. Derek Carr with the Saints. I know we kind of talked about it, but you think it's an interesting fit?
Yeah, interesting
it.
fit. I mean, obviously an upgrade from the two that they have. But I think Vegas gave him and his team, carte blanche to go look at trades. So I think he'll look everywhere before he decides. There's plenty of suitors right now, so I don't think he just has to settle for the Saints.
Yeah, I like it. They still have a lot of weapons. I mean, they might need to get a receiver, maybe 2, but they have a bunch of weapons. I think they could be a lot
Love
better.
it.
I mean, obviously it was fucking Andy Dalton. I think Derek Carr is a step up from Andy Dalton.
Huge step,
And he's gonna
yeah.
have a
Huge
chip on his
step.
shoulder. He's got a lot to prove. I think that's if you saw his performance
That
at the
could be his
fucking
best
All-Star
weapon.
Skills Challenge. Like you could tell he was fucking motivated to show guys like, hey, I can fucking throw the football. Like I am accurate. But obviously he didn't have a fucking entire defensive line running after him. But we'll see. So it's
Plus,
interesting.
that's not fair to me to say. I think Derek Carr comes in there and has really good weapons. Obviously, Michael Thomas stays there, right? And then Olave, and then I forget.
They got
their
one other
third.
good wide receiver, I thought.
I
or a
forgot
young
their
guy that
third.
could be good.
But then you've got Alvin Kamara. I mean, you have an offense over there for sure. So
Jawan Johnson at tight end.
Juwan Johnson. So
Oh, yeah.
I think he
Hold
can come
on,
in and
John.
he could be successful. And like you said, chip on his shoulder. Saints is kind of a cool fit. Not bad.
That's Derek Carr. I just
yeah.
think he's going to play well anywhere because of how much he fucking
Yep.
hates the way
Oh,
he
let
hit
the man
on.
have a
Yeah.
second shot. Let's
I
Dude,
want to see him with a
know.
fresh start. Fresh fan base that's going to embrace him. Louisiana fans, they're fucking really nice. They'll love you.
Tarzan.
They won't hate
Especially
you
a guy
too
that
much.
plays so hard. He plays
Yep.
so fucking hard. That
Passionate.
guy gave every fucking ounce of his being to the Raiders, dude. And they
Yep.
fucking threw him out like a piece of
I
trash.
get it.
Like that.
Yep.
It's dirty.
That's Vegas,
I
baby.
agree.
That's Vegas, man. Well, it was Oakland, then it was Vegas, but yeah, all the same.
It's kind of the same thing,
Yeah,
baby.
That's the Davis family, baby. The Davis family way. Yeah, it's
all right.
I'm happy for him.
Side note, real quick. Did you guys know that Melvin Gordon is on a new team? Melvin Gordon is on a new team. He's on the Chiefs practice squad.
Wow.
Today during media day, he got interviewed and he talked about how fucking humbling it is to be on the practice squad and how in a backwards ass way he might find his way to a fucking ring on the Chiefs practice squad.
Would he get a ring?
Yeah, everyone gets a ring.
Yep.
No
Yep.
fucking way.
Yeah,
When did they
fucking
pick him
nutty.
up?
I don't know. I just saw the headline today because he got interviewed at media day.
Oh my god. That's fucking crazy.
When did he get cut from the Broncos?
A while ago, I thought.
It was in the
late.
middle of the season, right? So he
Yeah.
could have been on the practice squad for a while. We just have no fucking idea because it's goddamn practice squad.
That's true.
Either way, I had no idea. Shocking. Shocking.
More you know.
news.
On
All right,
November
dude,
28th, the Chiefs signed him to the practice squad.
Damn, dude, months
I had
ago.
no idea. Shocking.
All right, the stories are going to get bigger as we lead into Super Bowl stuff here. So Niners talk. You guys have a new defensive coordinator, Steve Wilks, carried the Panthers to a very respectable record. A lot of people, Carolina wanted him to be the head coach. How do you guys feel about the hire?
Love it.
Yeah, we sniped him. It was, I mean, obviously it was maybe like a 1A, 1B situation. I liked the Fangio coming back narrative was kind of cool, but having this, I'm stoked. I think we kind of in the chat were saying one of the things with this is just like, who can we snipe from Carolina now? Who defensively will want to follow? So, but
Who didn't get traded from the Panthers? That one guy that was awesome that ended the season on the Panthers, and then everyone thought was going to Brian fucking Burr with a B. It's someone with a B.
Brett
But
is it Burns?
Brett Burns.
No, he was a shark.
Brian Burns. Brian Burns.
Brian Burns.
Yeah, Brian Burns.
He's an unrestricted free agent after 2023.
You never
Yeah,
know.
so-
Yeah, that could be big.
We'll see.
Especially if they tank.
Yeah, I mean, Panthers could definitely be tanking next season. I love the hire. I watched actually a little bit of the McAfee show, and they were talking about it, that he has always succeeded as a defensive coordinator or interim head coach, I think with the Cardinals for a little bit, with a linebackers forward defense, which is exactly what the Niners have. So, and it's like, then they had an offensive lineman talking about how frustrating it is to play against a defense like that, because you always need to be thinking about, are they going to be blitzing? And obviously the Niners always kind of show that blitz, and then the linebackers are quick enough to step back and get into coverage quick enough. So if you misread if they're rushing or not, then you have an edge rusher that's already by you. And so I think already having somebody coming in that has succeeded with that style of defense is incredible, and obviously plays to our strengths as well. And I think that's what D'Amico has done for the last few years, obviously building the personnel with John Lynch and talking about what kind of defense he wants to run. Now we have somebody coming in who runs a very similar style defense and might not even really need to change too much from what D'Amico had. And I'm sure it's going to be a collaborative process. He's probably going to go to Fred and say, hey, man, what worked? What worked last year? What were some of your favorite schemes and why did they work? And then they're going to build a new great system together. So I'm stoked. I think it's a great fucking hire. And Panthers looked so much better after they fired Matt Rule. So that's another big positive is they looked great.
Why wouldn't you want to be the Niners defensive coordinator as a coach?
He's going to be a head coach in 2 to 3 years.
100%, dude.
Why wouldn't you want to go
a fucking idiot?
Yeah.
Like, God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you take that talent group? Come on, man.
Yeah. All right. Next up, what
All
you
right.
got?
All right. We're going to roll right into the GOAT, Lon Brady, hanging it up again. 45 years old. He said he'd go to 45. 3 separate Hall of Fame careers, endless stats, the greatest quarterback of all time. That's the best one on Pardon My Take. We're getting to the end of the season, so obviously all the takes from Pardon My Take, but is he the best football player or the best quarterback?
No, here we go.
Is he the best football player or the best quarterback? Or
That's
both?
tough.
He's the best quarterback. He's the
Well,
best quarterback.
But why wouldn't he be the best football player? He is the best football player. He has more Super Bowl wins than any franchise.
What would you say the toughest position on the field is?
Quarterback.
So
Yeah,
then I
that's
would
fair.
say that I would say that he would be the best player. I would say he plays the toughest position and has had the most success at the toughest position.
Now, was he a great quarterback playing football, or was he a football player playing quarterback?
According
Jesus Christ.
according
he
to
was
Trent,
he was a quarterback playing football.
according
He's
to
quarterback
Trent
playing
Dilfer,
football.
I'll stand firm on that take.
Let's hit the Trent Dilfer take.
I was
going
gonna say, according
God,
to Trent
oh, yeah.
Dilfer, none of this
That
matters,
shit's
and
so
they're all
funny.
pussies. So
That was
He
insane.
was so bad. Trent Dilfer was so bad. Like, I remember watching Trent Dilfer. He was so bad.
Dude, that's
Hey,
all that
that's
was
a-
on Twitter.
that's a Super Bowl champion you're talking about right there. All right, that's a Super Bowl champion.
All that
Yeah,
was
but
on
was he on the practice squad?
No, he was the quarterback of the Ravens when they won.
Oh, wow. What a fucking. Yeah, let's do a podcast today talking about how that was a shameful fucking Super Bowl, too.
Yeah, it
And
was
Ray Lewis killed the guy.
Yeah, that's very true. I just saw a lot of tweets of like
Literally
Trent
a murder
Dilfer just
throw.
completely missing passes in like
Yeah.
wide open pockets, and it was like, oh, really? Like, so you're gonna say that these guys haven't had any pressure in their face and they miss throws? Huh? Exhibit A, B, C, D, and E. Like, here you go, fucking idiot. You did it too. So it's like, yeah,
Again.
dude, just once again, getting clicks, getting fucking
Shock and awe,
likes.
exactly.
Exactly. It's crazy to me.
Over under, I guess, is it minus 110? I guess I'll throw it to Colby for this. What's the betting odds of him? Tom Brady plays another game of NFL football. Yes. What are the betting odds, Colby?
Yes, up plus 800.
Plus 800.
Probably,
Really?
probably like
I
plus,
think it's a little bit lower
realistically
than
plus
that.
450, but I think he is done.
Realistically, plus 450.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
that's a
think
little
he's
more
done.
reasonable.
My take, he's done. He retired once. He already has the contract signed for Fox. He's gonna spend a year with his kids. Like, honestly, the biggest loser in this is probably Giselle. Like, because he was like, 1 more year, babe, just 1 more year and I'll be back. And then they got divorced, and now he's single, not playing football, retired. They've both moved on with their life, but it's like she's probably like, what the fuck? You left me for that season and now it's over. And
It's a
like,
pretty bad season. But
exactly.
one more stat, and there's endless. Tom Brady never played a down of football where he didn't have a chance to win the Super Bowl.
What?
So every game he ever played, his team was in contention for the Super Bowl. So not once did he play in a meaningless football game.
Oh, like where they were like
Team
they were
was-
never statistically eliminated.
Yes, they were never
Wow.
eliminated. Or he played in the playoffs, right? A chance to win the Super Bowl. He
Right.
never once in that huge, longest career any football player will ever have, he never once played a game where he didn't have a chance to win the whole thing.
Damn. I think that says a
And
lot
there
more
are-
about the teams he was on than his own career, but
True.
that's incredible. That's incredible. What a stat.
What is that?
Well
What a
done.
stat.
Failgank, are you allowed to make your 2023 Niners predictions win yet? Yeah, go for it as long as you're willing to put more mayo on the line. We'll see.
Yep.
True
Gotta
Grit
be
said
mayo.
arguably some of the highest football IQ ever goes a long way for either argument. For Tom Brady, said Tom Brady the football player is old hat. he will be the greatest broadcaster. Will he be the greatest broadcaster of all time?
Maybe. I think it's gonna be fun, but Romo was really fun at first, and he was making all these great predictions, and now he's like shitty now at announcing. So I think Tom Brady's gonna be fun, but we'll see how it is when Tom Brady in 2033, you know, like Tom Brady 10 years down the road, is he still gonna have the same gusto? You know, we'll see.
I think he'll be great, dude. I mean, clearly the guy puts his heart and effort into everything he does. He's obviously, even in the clothing brands he has, he's fucking posing on Twitter in underwear. Like, he puts his heart and soul
he's
into
just trying to get the
everything.
ladies,
like,
dude. Don't get him down for
that's
that.
also, that's true. Oh, Trugrit said Giselle and him broke up over FTX, not football. That makes way more sense.
That actually checks out.
So yeah, I think he's going to be the greatest broadcaster of all time.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. I think like you almost can't beat John Madden. Yeah, exactly,
There's
dude.
no
Like,
fucking way.
how do you beat Madden, man?
John Madden once live on an NFL game talked about how 2 Gatorade fucking coolers made a little baby, and a mini Gatorade cooler came out, and he used the teleprompter to walk through the whole thing. No one's doing that ever. That was the funniest clip I've ever seen.
Booger McFarland is the GOAT. That's also true, dude.
He's awesome. He's way better not in the Booger Mobile. Let's be real. Booger post being on the Monday Night Football crew, he's excellent.
He's awesome, dude. The Booger Mobile is so fucking. The memes were so good.
So bad.
Imagine paying $8,000 for a seat and you got this fucking idiot sitting in front of you in the Booger Mobile.
Oh, it's so funny.
You guys watch any of Booger's interviews on Pardon My Take? Because there's one funny anecdote from that.
I haven't, but I know I always see them talk shit on Twitter back and forth.
Well, he's super healthy guy, right? He does Peloton, and he talks about how his workout regime is he drinks a bunch of liquids in the morning. He drinks a fuck ton of water in the morning and then has coffee after he exercises. So he talks about how he drinks a bottle of water. He bangs out waters. He's like, oh, I'm banging out 5 waters every morning. I'm banging out that water. And I have to listen to that interview every morning. I drink water. I'm banging out that water.
There you go.
I can't unhear it, you know?
That's smart, dude. Sounds like a good routine, actually. Fucking
bang
drink
out
shit
the
ton of
water,
water,
hit the
work
Peloton,
out, sweat it out, drink your coffee, get going
and
for
then
the
you're
day.
good to go. Yeah.
Booger might have it figured out, my guy. Damn.
I think so. He also, every time Big Cat posts fucking pictures of donuts, he goes on a paragraph rant about how terrible it is.
That's
for him.
what I see.
Thank God someone's doing it.
He's like, can't wait for you to like die and leave your kids behind of your high cholesterol and heart attack at 45. And then Big Cat always just said, thanks, Booger. Like, that's it. Thanks, Booger. Appreciate it, Booger. Thanks, man. Like,
right. He knows he's not wrong. He knows he's not wrong.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. I think Tom Brady will be a good broadcaster, though. But we don't get him next season. I'm kind of bummed. I love Greg Olsen.
Greg Olsen.
A lot of people online have been giving Greg Olsen shit. They're like, he talks too much. He's too energetic. I'm like, he's a fucking television broadcaster. Like, his job is to talk a lot and be energetic about it. And you can tell he loves the game. And he's young enough to have played with all these guys. Like, that is when it gets fun. Like, Romo is, I think, starting to get to that point where it's like a lot of the guys that are in the league now, he hasn't really played with, except for like Brady and some of the older guys in the league. But it's in Romo, like they said, they had the intervention about him not being prepared for games. He's kind of just winging it. I don't think Tom Brady would ever do that. I think Tom Brady will just like give it his all, gonna do his research. He's gonna do what the guys upstairs tell him to do as well. He's a company guy. So yeah, I think he'll be great at it. What you got next?
I was just looking it up. Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olsen for the Super Bowl, which I'm actually pretty excited about.
Fuck yeah.
I think that'll be great. They didn't they do the Niners Eagles, and that was like,
yep, that
was tough. Yeah, we want them to have a better game. We want to have
absolutely.
All right. Before we go into Super Bowl props and Super Bowl picks and all that stuff, let's talk about the Pro Bowl. I think it's extremely successful. I didn't watch a lick of it live, but I watched
either.
I think I consumed pretty much every event on YouTube over the last couple of days.
I gotta do that.
Or even that week. And it was pretty fucking entertaining. Like, the only thing I heard is the players really didn't like water balloon toss, even though it was like fun for the fans that were there. They literally did the water balloon toss thing where they threw it. But dodgeball,
like where you like throw it and take a step back, throw it, take a step back.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's a little boring.
A little boring. Players didn't like that. But like they did punt, like catch the ball, punt return, but then it was like how many balls could you catch? And so you had like Hubbard on the fucking Bengals who like caught a ball, and then went for the 4th ball, and like he caught it like right here, and he won the game because he had 4 fucking balls in his arms. Like,
that's tight.
Shit like that, dude. I even watched the fucking Madden game between Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson with Micah Parsons and fucking who else is there? The running back for the Seahawks and the Raiders forever. I'm drawing a blank right now. You all know him and love him.
Josh
Fucking-
Jacobs,
he
Marshawn
was
Lynch.
retired. Marshawn Lynch was there,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
talking,
yeah.
and he's like screaming "Show love" to the running back when he's just doing the plays, and like I don't know, it was really fun, you know. So all the events I thought were interesting, unique. The players were getting into it, and then all leading up to the flag football game, which I didn't realize there was multiple rounds. They had 3 rounds. And I fucking love watching Peyton Manning freak out like a fucking high school head
that
coach
was hilarious.
during the
I
Pro
saw
Bowl.
that. Yeah,
That
I
shit's
saw that.
so fun.
And Justin
and the-
Jefferson just waving bye, bye.
and fucking Devontae Adams with a bucket hat and sunglasses making sick plays. Like really, those are some athletic fucking plays. And they were like gaming the system of flag football, and they were getting so into it. And I thought it was awesome. I think it's a huge success. So Pro Bowl games, I'm all about it. I was all about it. And like I said, didn't watch a lick of it live. All watched it on YouTube later, and I was very entertained.
Yeah, I gotta catch up because I do love like the little mini games because we all played the Madden mini games. That's what it reminds me of, right? It's like
Yeah,
fun
100%.
little mini camp, fun mini games. Like it's a good time. You get to see the personality of the players a little bit. I was a little shocked though seeing the highlights that it was flag football. I was like, all right, I understand. We don't want guys to get hurt, except Tyreek Hill did get blown up by Jalen Ramsey. Saw that.
He was smiling after.
It was
though.
kind of a joke,
Tyreek
yeah.
kind of liked that he got blown up. He
Oh,
thought it
yeah.
was funny. Like he
Oh,
was,
yeah.
he was like,
But it was just wild to see. And wasn't it on like a 50-yard field as well?
they did a shortened field, so you only had 1 first down in the entire field.
Oh wow.
And they did it where it was in 3 rounds. It wasn't like one game with the same player, so they got to cycle. Like the first game was 2 different QBs, the second game was 2 QBs, and then they decided who went in for the third and final
that's kind of
important
cool.
game. And then all the little mini games leading up to the Sunday flag football game, the score started with those scores. So it's like the final game.
Okay.
AFC had a big lead going into it, and so they started the game ahead. And then Kirk Cousins to Justin Jefferson and TJ and Kittle. Juszczyk was huge. I don't know if you watched those highlights. Juszczyk had like 3 touchdowns or something.
Oh,
like and
hell
Kittle,
yeah.
Kittle was super involved too. Like
Had a
they
great
were
diving
running
catch.
that shit.
So was
Yep,
it just all
so-
like pass? Did they run the ball at all?
No, short passes they could have done. They basically did this little fucking, and I guess true flag football fans were all pissed off about the way they did it. They basically said there was like a rule where
Okay,
I know,
we really
right? Yeah,
care about
exactly.
your opinion.
Is that even a thing that matters? They
Yeah.
would basically they would have the running back take the snap, and then the running back could lateral it back to the QB, and then they had more time to throw it. But if they just
Okay.
got the direct snap, then the guy had to wait 3 seconds to run up and try to get the flag. Again, besides the great catches, there was also just so athletic, these defensive backs and linebackers that were playing, like fully laying out to grab a flag and just
Hell
like
yeah.
had no way they're gonna get it, and they just nail it. So I was very impressed. You guys gotta check that out if you haven't yet.
Hell yeah. One clip I saw that I liked was Trayvon Diggs picking up Stephon Diggs. Or like picked him off because they did like
Picked
a little
him
like
off.
lateral toss and he just like jumped up and grabbed it and ran it back for a pick 6 against his brother.
So
Or I don't know if it
fun.
was a pick
Come
6,
on.
but I was like, that's fucking cool. Like he now has the ultimate bragging right against his brother, is what I saw on
Yeah.
Twitter. It's like absolutely. You always get to be like, remember that time I picked your ass off at the Pro Bowl?
It was fun, man, and people were into it. The fans were into it. Both sidelines were into it. And fucking, did you hear? So they had celebrity coaches. Did you hear about this?
It was
And-
wasn't it just Peyton and Eli?
Peyton and Eli were the head coaches of either team, but there was
Okay.
celebrity assistant coaches.
Oh.
And it was like the NFC I think had Snoop, and then the AFC had Pete Davidson. And I
What
guess
the fuck?
Pete Davidson the whole time. The whole time he was there, he just continued to just say, like, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I'm here. Like just the whole time, like, this is fun, but I shouldn't be here. You guys are all NFL stars. I'm just here. And that's when you watch like the post game, it's just NFL players dabbing it up and all that. So just Pete Davidson wearing a hoodie, like fucking dabbing up Micah Parsons. I don't know. It was fun,
It's a hot name. Hot name.
I guess.
Yeah, I'll have to watch those. Maybe I'll go watch those later tonight after the episode because it sounds
Yeah,
sounds
they're fun.
entertaining. Like I said, I love
Very
those little
entertaining.
mini games. It's fun, so I'll check.
There's
it
like
out.
best catch, there's passing, there's fucking they did this thing where all the linemen had to like pull a sled, but they could have done a strategy of just
saw
pulling right
that.
away or taking the weights off. The NFC did not get the right
Yeah,
strategy
NFC
first.
fucked
and-
up. I saw that
Yeah,
one.
dude, there's a bunch of stuff. It's
I saw the Amon
very
Ra
entertaining.
best
It's all week
catch that
long.
was sick, like over the mascot.
Amon-Ra looked
Stefan Diggs canceled
Stefon
because his
Diggs.
best catch, he was just staring at butts the entire
Oh,
time.
That
I
was so
saw
funny. What a
that.
meme already. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry, Stefan. Rip.
Pro Bowl's fun. Why not? Keep it going.
It's better, and to your other point of not watching real football, it's better than fucking playing patty cake in full pads.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
I've watched enough patty cake full pads Pro Bowls that are just so not entertaining that this at least was them going full speed the whole time. And
That's
they
cool.
wanted to win. They're all so competitive. They just want to win.
Of course.
However, my favorite thing is still Sean Taylor destroying the punter in the Pro Bowl game.
Yes.
So
That's
I'll
when
take
Pro
that
Bowls-
any
That's when
day.
Pro Bowls
over-
were real, John. Back
Oh,
when
I
they were
love
cool.
it. Love it. They just keep replaying that for like the argument of like, where my Pro Bowl gone? And it's like, well, I can understand people not wanting to get hurt, in a game that literally does not matter. So
Oh, Miles Garrett got hurt in a mini game too. He
he
like,
did.
like,
We
actually
saw
got
that.
injured.
I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah.
How do you?
I didn't watch that one yet. There's
Yikes.
it's called a gauntlet or something, which sounds just like
Yep.
that. But I want to watch that YouTube video too. But he got hurt during that one,
Oof.
which they were like, well, the
Boy.
thing I was watching, like, well, that one will never happen again. But that was fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's brutal. All right. Anything else?
That's all I
Any
got,
other- any
boys.
other hot topics?
I was gonna say, can we before we go into Super Bowl? Because we go into this. I don't think it was this last couple days. It fucking dawned on me that my team is actually in the Super Bowl, and
it's the fucking Philadelphia Eagles, bro. The birds. The birds.
just to set it up, 2002, where the Eagles lost the Patriots, was when I really became a fan. Like that, I remember as a kid, fucking becoming invested into them as they were done their playoff run, and being sad because they just were the team I picked. And then between 2002 and 2017, a lot of Sacramento Kings years in there.
Yeah,
15 years
yeah,
of heartbreak,
yeah.
And then I think at least John, I don't know if Cole, I don't think you were there, Chloe, but John was there during 2017 with one of the greatest moments of my life, fucking winning. So it's a little unreal that we're back here, and it's we'll talk about spreads, but how close it is. But it's finally dawned on me that we got a fucking shot, dude. We got a shot to win the whole fucking thing. So if we do it against Patrick Mahomes, it's gonna feel even sweeter. But
Fuck yeah, dude.
Super Bowl week is real live in my head recently. This whole week, it was like once Pro Bowl was over, I was like, all right, Super Bowl week. This is it. We're
All
fucking
right.
finally here.
Well,
I feel, yeah.
let's get into it.
Can we hit?
You want to hit the
Walk
graphic?
Talk?
Hit the all right.
Let's hit
Once
the
again,
graph.
chat.
We're getting the end of the season.
Chat,
here.
here. Let me read a couple things in the chat before we do it because
Okay.
it'll erase. But chat, we're gonna play this graphic. When the graphic is done, spam the chat, fill it back up so it looks like we're having a good fucking time. Because it erases the chat. I don't know why it does it, and I'm not in the mood to fix it right now. So what I see, True Grit says, how much mayo on the line for the Super Bowl, Tom?
Oh, so I if the Eagles lose, I have to eat a big spoonful of mayo, just like Fail Gang. What do I guess I gain? I just gain having my team win a Super Bowl.
True Grit has to eat a tablespoon of mayo.
Okay. Wait, I
All
thought
right,
he was
True
on
Grit,
the
are you
Birds
down for
though.
that, or are you on the Birds side? I think he's a Birds fan. So,
But I think he was rooting for the Birds against the Niners. Let's be very real. Let's be very real.
Literally, the first chat in our chat today was just him posting a bunch of Eagles.
Birds.
So, yeah, Birds.
Birds.
True Grit.
Oh, he
He's
said
for
he's
the
for the
Birds.
Birds. He's for the Birds. All right, well, we'll figure something out, but
Maybe some
maybe
betting later on.
maybe
Well, yeah.
maybe a packet of mail. Also, I'm gonna address something later in the show, but you guys should all be here next week. I'll just say that. Come
important.
in. It's very important to us that you guys are here for us next week. So please come. But we'll talk about it later in the episode. Okay. Fail Gang said, "Can I do some trash talk, Will,
A
real
bowl of
quick?
mayo.
All
Nick
caps.
Vasquez with the YouTube fucking comment coming in hot. A bowl of mayo.
Holy shit! He looked like that fucking Boogie 9-5 whatever guy on YouTube. He's just eating fucking mayo. The gift
Oh,
Fail Gang
nice.
and I send back and
Sick.
forth on Discord to each other.
And of course, fucking if the Chiefs win, I have to do the worst thing possible too.
Yeah. Boogie 2988. Yep, that's the exact guy I'm talking about. That guy is fucking weird now. Okay, Phil Gank also said, "Can I talk some trash real quick?" All caps. Where are all the 49ers flags on people's cars? Where did they go? Bandwagon fans, goodbye. Well, I wasn't seeing too many Packers flags in the playoffs, so suck a dick. Okay. For the Birds.
Just had to address
There
that.
might
You
be
just had to
perks.
pause the podcast
Oh.
to address that.
Yeah, exactly. True Grit said there might be perks at work if the Chiefs win, though. Ooh, well, little bit on the fence then maybe, you know, you'll see. Bill King said, listen, man, let me talk my shit. I will. You are more than welcome. We lost. Well,
I mean, the
wear it on
Packers knocked out the
sleeve.
Niners for years. He's got to. He's
Exactly.
gonna
You
get
gotta
his
get
rib-
it in.
He's gonna get his jabs in now. You know.
John hit him with the shut up,
Shut up, you
bitch. Hey,
That's the
chat's
best.
on
That's the
fire
best one we
tonight.
got.
We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for being with us.
I just want to do it. You know, if the Eagles
Let's hit it.
lose, I definitely won't want to hit it next week. So
No.
let's play it now. Let's enjoy it.
All right, here we go. This is the last time the Eagles won the Super Bowl, Tom. Channel this energy. Here we go. It's time for Squawk Talk.
You want Philly, Philly?
Hungry dogs run fast.
Squawk Talk, presented by the A-Gap Podcast.
Wow, there we go,
Woo!
baby.
Holy shit. Gets me jacked up, baby. Let's go.
Woo-wee. Fly, Eagles, fly. All right, Tom, tell me about it. How are you feeling? Are you nervous? Do you like the matchups you got? Just break it down for me, baby. How you feeling?
So I'm nervous. I think I guess we'll go through this because we talked about all this off air. So when the lines dropped, when we knew the two teams that were in it, it was started with Chiefs -3. Vegas initially throws out Chiefs are going to win by 3. And then all the bets came in, and then it went all the way swung the opposite way, and it was Eagles -3. And then now over the last couple days, it's really solidified at Eagles -1.5. So this is great, right? This is what we all want, that the betting community, Vegas, everybody thinks it's going to be a good game. And ultimately, the whole country, the whole world wants a good Super Bowl, right? Don't we? We always want that.
We deserve it.
We deserve it, right? It's been hard this year. It's been tough out there, okay?
Yeah.
People are dying on the streets.
Hey,
All we
even if
want-
it's a- even if it's a shitty game, we're getting Rihanna at halftime. So that's
Hey,
pretty
that's
electric.
true. And
That's
we
pretty
have
electric.
said that it's going to be the longest halftime performance ever. I don't know where I heard that, but that's what I heard. So
Ooh, Lana Beyonce? Damn.
I guess so. Dude, Beyonce, that was an all-timer. The weekend was bad.
All-timer.
I'm excited. Obviously, I really like the line matchups, the offensive and defensive line. I think that's great for my birds. I feel like if they can get frothing at the mouth like they did against the Niners, especially early on to that Eagles defense and specifically the Eagles pass rush, I think we can cause a lot of fucking problems, man. The offensive line is good, but not great. All playoffs long. Go to the Jacksonville game, go to the Bengals game. The Chiefs offensive line was not great. And Patrick Mahomes is immobile, right? He's going to be good, right? He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He could be the best quarterback in the league, but he's not going to be as mobile as he is normally. So I think that's a huge advantage for the Eagles. So one side of what I've heard predictions is the Eagles defense could keep this game very, very low scoring. And if the Eagles defense keep it low scoring, you know, and we assume it'll be a close game, the Chiefs defense will play well too, and it'll stay close. So love that matchup. Hassan Reddick fucking booted up, baby. This is it. You're a goddamn Philly guy. Bring us a championship. We'll put the statue of you. It doesn't even need to be Jalen. It'll be Hassan Reddick only if you can have a great game, man. So
Sirianni
the line
statue
play-
next to Dougie P.
Yeah, exactly.
After
They're
his
actually going to put
first year.
identical. It's going to be identical. It's going to be Hassan Reddick. It should be right next to him. I love that. I love our strength of the line.
Phil Gang said Rocky
Died
Balboa
for
died
this.
for this.
You know, yeah. He might. It might be worth it. It might be worth it out there. Did you see someone already put like a white t-shirt and wrote Chiefs on it and put it on the Rocky statue? And it's like, okay, this is obviously an Eagles fan. This is
Oh my
obviously not
God.
a Chiefs fan.
I
Like,
love that.
the lowest effort ever false flag Chiefs shirt on the Rocky statue.
Because that was the meme too, is that Eagles fans were
didn't-
just doing it to themselves.
That's that. And honestly, I truly to this day believe that at least the Niners shirt thrown on the Rocky statue was not from a Niners fan. That was a fucking
God
Eagles
no.
fan.
Yeah,
Because
God
the
no.
t-shirt was like a shitty hand-me-down Niners shirt. It was not like one that like looked nice or new or anything, right? So it just felt like a false flag. So I love the offensive line. I feel super confident about that. Obviously, I get worried about Jalen. We didn't talk about it too much because it really didn't matter that much. If you watch Jalen in that Niners game, the one thing that I pinpoint that I didn't really hear a lot of people talking about, how low his passes were. if you watch all of his passes, especially early on in the game when he had to throw, they were low. And you could tell Jalen ultimately is like, I'm not going to fuck up. I'm not going to be the reason. I'm not going to throw a pick here. So when he's a little tense, he throws low, and luckily he's got Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Goddard, people that can pick up the ball and, do something with it. But I think it's going to require Jalen to play one of his best games, at least one of the best games in the last couple of months, to beat a team like the Chiefs and to kind of match the points that the Chiefs can put up. So I'm excited. Honestly, I'm a little anxious like always, but I'm excited to see Jalen Hurts finally get a chance to fucking prove that he belongs in this and not, oh, you beat Danny Dimes. Oh, you beat fucking Niners QB was down. Oh, you guys lucked into the first seed, all that.
Yeah.
I want to put it all to bed. I want it to be a great game and they win and they earn it, right? That's my hope. Obviously, the Eagles defense has played great all season long, and this is the best quarterback they've probably played, easily the best quarterback they've played all season, but he's hobbled. So we have an advantage there. I much more besides that. I think rushing the ball, if it goes to the game script of Eagles winning, they're going to score early, and then they're just going to keep on pushing the ball, and it's going to be Patrick Mahomes miraculously matching a touchdown, right? Eagles methodical drive all the way down the field, touchdown. Then Patrick Mahomes, right before the half, comes in and scores another touchdown, game tied, or something like that. That's what I expect to happen.
That's the only part. Like I'm trust me, I've had enough time. I'm probably going to be rooting for the Eagles with you. I'm going to your house. I can't be.
I appreciate that.
I can't be rooting for the fucking Chiefs in your house. That's just rude. So
you could, but I appreciate that.
But
yeah.
it's been long enough for me. I've gone through my own processes, and
we all got to go through our process.
I forgive the Eagles. It wasn't their fault. It was the Niners' fault. They fucked up. They got hurt. It happens. But it's like, that's the tough part, though, is if the Eagles get their perfect game, they go up by 14 in the first quarter. Now you got fucking Patrick Mahomes slinging the fucking rock on 2 weeks rest on that ankle, which is still going to be an issue, but it is very important that he's now got 2 weeks rest. He'll be more mobile. He ran it with the fucking bum ankle against the Bengals a little bit when he needed to. So that's the scary part to me, is that your best game kind of plays into their best players' hands in a way. So we saw the script that got leaked said Eagles 37, Chiefs 34, which
the best Photoshop ever.
It was hilarious. That was fucking hilarious. So fucking
Who was it?
funny.
The guy, someone took it way too seriously. Someone was like, I can't believe they really think these NFL players think it was actually scripted. That's ridiculous.
Somebody
said that?
Somebody bet. Well, I don't know who took it serious. I didn't see that, but somebody bet that's going to be the final score. Somebody literally put like a shit ton of money that's going to be the final score.
If it's 37-34 Birds, that's going to be one of the most exciting games ever.
Hilarious.
That'll be electric too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hilarious.
Well, and it showed
those
Chiefs
will have to
up.
go way on.
It showed Chiefs up 14-0 in the first quarter, and then Eagles came back, got a field goal late. Basically, is how it played out in that script, quote unquote. So we'll see.
We'll go over final scores here before we end the pod. I'll give you the predictions.
Yeah, I think we should all do final score prediction and then our picks. But yeah, man, I think I can sit here and say it's going to be a great game, blah blah blah. Like, obviously these are two of the best teams, both number one seed from their conference. That's kind of what you want from the Super Bowl. They're both hot. They both look great. They kind of play into each other's weaknesses and strengths. Obviously the big question mark right now is how many of the Chiefs wide receivers are going to play. That's the big question. It's like Kadarius Toney might be back. Juju might still be hurt. Like, there's a lot of question marks in their receiving core. So I don't know if those have been posted yet.
McCole Hardman's out. We know that for sure. I think Tony's playing.
Yeah. I mean, it could just be another big Kelsey game, right? Where didn't he have?
How can you fucking stop that?
It's impossible to stop that guy. And it's cool that it's the Brother Bowl, but it's like they don't get to go against each other, which is kind of a bummer. But I don't know, man. It's a close game. I'm going to be rooting with you. Fuck it. I want to see you happy. I don't want to see you cry. But
happy tears or sad tears. You're getting one or the other.
That's exactly. And hey, you know what? I will say, like, this is me kind of being a little vengeful, a little bit of a dick. If you do lose, I'm kind of going to be like, I'm just going to pat you on the back and be like, hey, dude, I know how it feels. Yeah, I know how it feels, man. It's tough. I get it.
I'm going to give you one of
Yeah.
I'm going to give you one of those.
Well,
that'd be apropos.
I wanted to, speak on the Chiefs' behalf. I suppose it's like that, but you've already said it. Kelsey's gonna get his. That man's just gonna eat regardless.
100%.
So if you can take away some of the other stuff, which I think the Eagles have the capacity to do, they have one of the better pass defenses. They allowed the fewest passing yards as a defense. They're number one ranked. I number one in sacks like this. They can get after Mahomes, who is hobbled. I think the Eagles have a really good matchup here. Honestly, I think that they are the better team, and I agree with Colby that I've had some time to sit there and really think about what I said. And there's no fucking way I could cheer for the Chiefs to win
Right.
against the Eagles. There's no fucking way that I could do that.
We're a
I
Niners
was a-
Eagles podcast.
I'm a man of
boys,
passion.
to the day we die. Right, one of the
I'm a
other.
man of passion, and my team lost. Like you said, I would expect you to be just as bitter towards us if
Yeah.
the Niners had won.
If
So I
you,
wanna
if you had
point
asked,
out-
if you had asked me Sunday night, fuck the birds.
fuck
Is that- Yeah.
I want to point out too, just I want to say, because I was at John's apartment when we watched the Niners beat the Cowboys, and I remember we were fucking juiced when the Niners won, and we're
The
I'm
goodbye
leaving,
hug.
Jessica says, well, you'll be happy either way, right? Niners or Eagles. I'm like, no, I'd be pretty bummed if the Eagles lost, to be honest. Like, no, I'd
Yeah.
be pretty bummed. So I thought about that, and of course, if it was roles or reverse, of course, I'm all Niners all the way, And I
It's
probably would
the-
have called the Niners punks in the group chat too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, hey, again, on paper, and if I was to bet any money, I would bet on the Eagles. I think that they have a good chance at this game, and they're the team that I want to win. I don't want fucking the Chiefs to win. Come on, nobody wants that.
Fucking Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady too. That narrative for the rest of the offseason, dude.
Exactly.
He got his second, 2 of 7.
Well,
Is
we
he-
were out there really giving it our best effort. Yeah, you want to listen to that all press conference? Man, I just want to thank God, and we were out there, and Travis had a heck of a game, and yeah, I'm over it already.
I really love my wife. She's the
Yeah, you want to see his brother just TikToking on the sideline the entire game? Like, no thank you.
Oh
No,
my
Phil. Yeah,
God.
Phil Gang said that earlier. He was like, "Beat that son of a bitch, Mahomes. I don't want to see his brother dance. No Mahomes brother dancing, please." One great point from True Grit in the chat earlier. He said, "Win or lose, we're gonna see some cool shit go down in the streets of Philly."
Oh,
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, dude. Either
Philly's
way,
gonna burn to the ground
Yep,
either way.
one- yeah,
Either
exactly.
way, there's
Happy
gonna
tears or sad
be some
tears, either
shit
way.
going on.
Happy tears or sad tears. Either way, we're burning it down.
Right?
Exactly. Phil Gank also has a
Um,
tinfoil hat theory. He said Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to have less Super Bowls than his State Farm rival Mahomes. There's a big State Farm money involved here. It's at State Farm Stadium. Tinfoil hat.
Yes.
Connect the dots.
But the
Wow.
Chiefs are the State Farm team. They're basically Kansas
Yeah.
City Chiefs
Andy
sponsored
Reid.
by State Farm.
He's doing the fucking mustache commercial. There's so
And-
many storylines too. The Andy Reid revenge, the brothers game.
Sirianni
Like,
was on the
there's-
Chiefs, and when
Yep.
Andy Reid went to the Chiefs, he got fired.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Sirianni
It's a
said he's
lot of
carried that with him.
stories.
No, Sirianni
Did he
said
say?
whatever.
Did
But
he
yeah,
say that?
no, he said he's like, oh, no hard feelings. It was a new
Oh,
regime,
okay.
whatever. But of course,
He didn't
know,
say no hard
narratives are
feelings.
built.
He said he carries it with him
Well,
every day.
here's a narrative.
You heard it here
State
first.
Farm, an insurance company, hates Philadelphia
Yeah.
because
A lot of
when they win
uninsured
anything-
scumbags.
God, fucking State Farm doesn't do business in the city of Philadelphia for a reason.
Yeah.
This is their chance to get them back.
They can just destroy everything that's insured by State Farm.
Exactly.
Oh,
Hi,
man,
State
right.
Farm. How may I help you? Yeah, my car was destroyed in a frenzied riot last night. Oh, okay, sir. What's your city? Philadelphia. Get fucked, loser.
Yeah, exactly. They,
Yeah.
they start doing the here, break, hey, getting up, click, done.
Gone, dude.
Done.
Good luck.
That's fucking hilarious. Well, boys, it's gonna be a hell of a game. I'm
gonna be a hell of a game.
I'm
I got one
excited to
more-
watch it.
one
I
thing to
wasn't
Google
excited
for
on
you.
Sunday, but now I'm pretty hyped up for it. What you got, Tom?
It's gonna be fun. Oh, just a funny moment, right? Jalen Hurts all the way going to these media days, right? Jalen Hurts been talking about it's an important moment. All I want to do is win. Some reporter, reporters, there's a billion reporters of these Super Bowl things, said, "Hey, Jalen, a lot of people out there, including myself, didn't think you could bring this team, or I didn't think you could bring this team to the Super Bowl. And he said, a lot of people didn't. And he's like, I just want to say, man to man, I'm sorry. And then Jalen like, cool. he just hits him with a cool.
Cool.
Next question.
Yeah, next thanks.
Question.
Yeah.
It's like, what a weird fucking thing. Hey,
Yeah.
I didn't believe in you at all, but I just want to say that I'm sorry I didn't believe in you. Like, okay, like fucking.
And then you
Yeah.
get cooked on TV.
What-
It's like,
yeah, exactly.
What a narcissistic thing to do. Like, oh,
like
I
anyone
have
gives
this-
a fuck what
yeah.
you thought about Jalen Hurts, dude.
I get to ask one question to a quarterback starting the Super Bowl,
Super
and I'm
Bowl.
gonna make it about me. Sorry,
Yeah, exactly.
but like,
a
what
tweet
the
I
fuck
did in
is that?
fucking September. Like, Jesus,
what the
dude.
fuck is that? What an idiot.
Fucking ridiculous.
Oh, here we go. Here's an important question. What are you boys cooking up for the Super Bowl? Arguably the most important thing that day.
We got a new air fryer today. We got a Ninja Foodie, so I'm trying to figure out how to integrate that into the
Ooh.
plan. So
I was
I'm
gonna bring
either-
some wings over. We could do a little
Yep, we
wings
can
in
do
the air
wing air
fryer. I've done
frying,
that
yep.
before. I can make some
I
homemade
got tomorrow the next
ranch.
day off. I'm gonna buy some stuff, so I might be texting people tomorrow and figure out what to buy. But yes,
Alright.
we can air fry some shit. No Traeger. Traeger's not here right now. Traeger's at TJ's buddy's house. So
Rip.
all right, it's all good. We'll do air fryer. We'll do oven. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, dude, wings in the air fryer are good. I made some buffalo wings about a month ago. I made buffalo wings and some homemade ranch.
Yeah,
Came
bring
out
that, dude.
so good.
I'm all about it. I'm all about
Yeah,
it.
I'll do it, dude.
all about it.
Buffalo wings are like so easy to make. I feel like people think it's this impossible thing. It's literally Frank's Red Hot sauce, butter, boil it, melt it down, simmer it together, let it sit 30 minutes, cover the wings, air fry them, done. Easy. Ooh, buffalo
No.
chicken dip. That sounds like a great recipe. I'm obviously on TikTok. I've been seeing a bunch of like Super Bowl recipes. I get recipes from TikTok all the time. There's been a bunch of good ones. Some Philly cheesesteak. We should maybe some Philly cheesesteak sliders could be on brand as well.
Yeah, if we could get
Ooh,
steak
Philly
sliders, and
food.
get some of those Hawaiian
Yep.
buns or something.
Yep.
Do like
Yep.
mini
Just
we
saute
could
up
throw
some
them
bell
in the
peppers and
oven too.
onions.
Throw them in the Breville, and we could melt some of that mozzarella on it or
Boom.
something. So it's kind of that
Boom.
Philly cheese vibe. Yeah, I'm
Easy,
all about
dude.
that.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
We'll
I'm
do a
down.
group chat tomorrow. We'll figure something out.
Deal. But yeah, I think those are all options. And then who knows? Maybe in a bind we'll just order some fucking pizza too. We'll see.
Right? We'll see.
I'm definitely gonna be
See what the
Ubering up.
audience
I'm
is.
gonna be drinking some suds. I'm gonna be drinking some suds. I'm Ubering up. I'm not fucking around. Don't drink and drive if you're listening. Don't be a fucking idiot. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Cops are fucking everywhere. Don't do it. Uber, taxi, whatever you gotta do. Get a
I guess
DT.
I'm buying some liquor.
Don't
'cause
be
I know,
a fucking idiot.
I know the second Jessica's ass walks in there, it's gonna be let's
Oh, yeah.
take a shot.
Shots!
And then it's gonna be, oh
Shots!
Tom, Jalen Hurts rushed for 5 yards. Let's take a shot. It's gonna be because I remember last Super Bowl 5 years ago, I was near blacked out drunk by the time the game was over. So
Oh yeah.
you know, hopefully we get there, boys. Hopefully we get there.
Yeah, I kind of made that mistake last year. I drove last year and I had like 2 beers and I was like, this sucks. I want to be more drunk for this. And yeah, so this year definitely
let's
going to
go
be
big.
safe, not driving. Here we go. I'm down for this. Fail gang. Hey guys, hope you have a great night. Can I get a fuck the Cowboys? Let's hit them with
Fuck
one.
the
3, 2, 1.
Cowboys.
Fuck the
Fuck the
Cowboys. Let's go.
Fucking Brian Schottenheimer's the goddamn OC instead of Kellen Moore. The only good coach on the
Yeah.
staff isn't even there anymore. I don't get it.
Yeah, where did Kellen Moore go?
He's not anywhere yet.
That's crazy. That
Who
offense
has-
has been pretty
Quick question.
legit.
Who had the worst offense that needed a better OC this last season? Who needs Kellen Moore?
The Commanders.
The Jets.
The Jets. That's a great call, especially if they get.
They got
They're not
somebody,
gonna
though,
get
right?
Aaron
Didn't they already get
Rodgers.
somebody?
Let me look it up.
I haven't seen any Jets hires, which is
Yeah,
bad.
I don't
about-
think
they're my,
so.
They're my
Derek
second team, I should
Cargers.
know.
Unless you're talking about that guy.
Derek Carger. What?
Yeah.
They got Nathaniel Hackett from the Broncos. I forgot about that.
Oh, because they're trying to get Aaron. Because they were trying to get
Yeah,
Aaron. They do the same bit. Nathaniel Hackett's just the bait. He's the guy with the dollar. Oh, you can't get it.
Oh,
you can't get
boy,
it.
that's tough. I don't know about that. Broncos had a tough.
Kellen Moore's
road.
going somewhere. Let's be real. Kellen Moore's going to figure it out.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Jerry Jones is going to fire fucking McCarthy. We didn't even talk about Sean Payton to the Broncos.
Yeah, that's a
Broncos
thing.
country. I already feel better about where that franchise is going
Yeah.
immediately.
Well, did you see the question they asked him too? They're like, "Are you going to allow Russell Wilson to have his own coaching staff?" Because I guess that's what Nathaniel Hackett allowed. Russell had like his own coaches that he worked with during practice. Sean Payton was like, "No, like that's not something I've ever heard of, and that's not something we're going to be doing here going forward." So
Yeah,
he's like,
team
"Fuck
three-
no!" Like we
Finally
are
an
all
adult in the room.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly. Yeah.
Team
Oh, love-
3 no longer allowed in the building.
Yep, they're gone. I love
They
this
had
idea.
like free reign.
True Grit said Hennessy shots for the Super Bowl. Got to get in the Philly mindset.
I like that. Maybe that's what I'm buying tomorrow, dude.
Yo, we could do Incredible Hulks. I know how to make a great Henny drink.
Boy.
That's
God,
fucking sick.
I wish. Why isn't
Green
the
drink, some
Super
green
Bowl
drink?
on fucking President's Day?
Huh?
Why I said why isn't the Super Bowl on President's Day weekend? That way we get the Monday off.
Why
It's
don't you
such-
just take the Monday off?
Because I'm already taking too many days off this year. I took a vacation last month. I'm taking a vacation in April.
That is fair.
I'm a busy boy, so I can't afford a day off on Monday.
You got the black lung pop.
Oh yeah,
Can't come
the
in.
day after the Super
Can't
Bowl.
come-
Oh, I'm sick. Sorry, I can't make it in today. That's
You
not
just
gonna work.
Sorry,
log
Pope.
in. It's all right. You just
I'll log
you gotta
in. I'll
work
check my emails. I'll be fine.
fucking chatbot
Exactly.
AI, fucking
Yeah.
Photoshop something. You good?
There we
Whatever,
go.
dude.
Perfect.
You good?
Just make some AI
Yeah.
art. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
AI article.
Yeah, that's my new job. I'm just
Actually,
gonna
yeah.
be an AI art
After
guy.
this, can you throw your name into a AI art generator? And just
Yeah.
tell me what it says. I just
Yeah.
want to see.
No problem. Yeah, I got you. Sugar said a college football team needs Kellen Moore. That's not a bad idea either.
Yeah, he should be a head coach of a college football team. I bet he. Gets some
Granted,
good
though, I
props for
feel
that.
like I don't know that if you've got NFL experience, especially at the OC, on a team that like offensively has been pretty fucking good for the last few years, they just haven't been able to finish it in the playoffs, and I don't think that's his fault, if I'm being honest. But
True.
it's I don't know if you go back.
I got
to
one. I got one.
college, It's tough.
It's not. It feels blasphemous because it's more about not a bad offensive team, but a team that would just a completely different angle. What if him on the Ravens, dude? Lamar Jackson with Kellen
Ooh.
Moore as his OC feels so different than
Didn't
who
they
was the
already
guy that
hire
was
an
the
OC?
Niners? Did they fire the OC Greg Roman that was on the Niners?
They fired him,
Is
but I
he
think they've
fired?
already replaced him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think
Greg Roman.
so.
It felt like that.
Oh
that
no,
style
they
of football
haven't
is dead.
reported candidates for offensive coordinator. So yeah, that could be sick.
That'd be fun if Lamar even comes back.
Yeah.
We don't even know. We don't have time for that today.
No, we do not.
Let's do Super Bowl picks. I know we're running real late. What we probably expected to do.
Hey, we're all in the same time zone, boys. We can go a little late. I'm down.
I guess that's true, right? Yeah.
All right, Super Bowl picks. Tom, I got to start with you. We know where you're going, but I want to hear your takes. Let's go, baby.
I'm gonna go. And again, I've listened to way too much sports media over the last week, so I'm definitely clouded by things I've heard. I'm gonna go 27-24 Birds. Jake Elliott wins the game late. We got a tie game going to the fourth, and we pull it out with a Jake Elliott. Let's call it a 45-yarder to win the
All right.
whole fucking thing. That's how I think it's gonna end.
On a Jalen Hurts rushing out of bounds penalty to fucking kick a little salt in the wound of the fucking Chiefs after the AFC Championship game. That would
Exactly,
be
dude.
fucking sick. I'm down.
Ultimate disrespect, of course. You know, yeah, that'd be so funny if the Chiefs do the same shit to Jalen Hurts.
That would be oh,
Everyone's gonna be on ref
mwah,
watch. Let's
chef's
be real.
kiss.
We're
Oh yeah.
gonna be all wasted, fucking watching and screaming if something happens there. But yeah,
I saw
That's the same.
the ref of the guy who's reffing the Super Bowl. Somebody made a fan cam for him on TikTok, and they were like,
Oh,
"It was
God.
like, oh god, the refs have fan cams now. We are fucked. Like we're so fucked." So we'll see how it goes.
27-24 Birds.
Deal, John.
Yeah, I'll give you the 3. I think it's going to be 30-27, and I think it's going to be Birds. I think this is going to be a good game. It's the 1-2 offense, and I get that Philly has a good defense, and I think that they will do exactly what they need to put the Birds in a position to win. Maybe it is going and getting that last field goal, but I think that the Birds are going to show up in the right spot where they need to, whereas the Chiefs don't have that stopping power. So I gotta fly with the Eagles on this one, man. I'm going Philly all the way. 30-27, Philadelphia.
Eagles.
All
Bye.
right.
On the road
True
to
Grit.
victory.
What?
True Grit said 34-37 Birds. NFL script confirmed. I kind of want to go for that, but I'm not going to. I got to be a little more original. I'm going to go 28-31. Both teams get 4 touchdowns. Birds get a field goal somewhere in there. Not sure when. I think the game ends with Mahomes with the ball in his hands and they don't finish.
That feels right.
Clock runs out or like something happens. They get tackled middle of the field. I just think they're going to finish the game and it's just not going to happen. Yep. That's
I
my
can see that.
that's my prediction. Little specific, but it just feels good in the plums, Feels good in the plums.
Right there.
Alrighty, boys.
Follow
Any
this month.
final words before the Super Bowl?
Go Sharks. Matisse Thybulle is going to be a Warrior.
Oh, he's gonna be a king, dude. Him and Jared Vanderbilt. I will.
Really?
My bold prediction is either 2 of the 3, Wiseman, Kuminga, Moody, will not be Warriors by the time we reconvene next week.
Ooh.
It's going to be Wiseman and Moody are going to be on the move. No way we can trade Kuminga, but yes, the other 2 are definitely on the block, and I'm all for it.
Deal.
I think
to sign fucking Eric Gordon.
No,
Hey, bring him
we'll
back to
trade-
the Bay. He's a San Jose kid. He's a San Jose kid, dude.
We'll I mean everybody will check in on Jared because you have to. They made him available, but I think it's like Matisse Thybulle, maybe if San Antonio wants to play ball since him Pop and Steve Kerr have a relationship, maybe we can sneak Jakob Podol because we need
That would
height.
be sick for the Warriors. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that'd
think-
be dope.
Fucking Kevon Looney gets no respect.
He
Get
get no respect.
no respect. I feel like the Warriors been looking for a starting center for their entire fucking championship run. Dude.
I'm talking about a backup to Kevon.
That's true. That's true. That's always what they've said.
I am a recently converted fan. That man is a workhorse and deserves the starting spot for the Warriors. But we need some support, and Wiseman.
You want
just isn't
Thibault to
it.
be your Gary Payton. You want Thibault to be Gary Payton.
Yeah,
Defensive master.
we're not
Clutch
asking
guy.
him to be offensive. He doesn't have very many offensive talents. We just want him to facilitate and play some defense. And then Jakob
Need it.
Podol's sick because then we have height, and it's not Draymond Green banging around big bodies all day, just being sore the next day. So,
Jakob Pertl looks like a White Walker.
well,
Just saying.
He's
You've seen his face.
he's also 7'1" and 285 pounds. So
Fucking
I'm
terrifying.
I'm down to have that.
Oh no, he doesn't look like a White Walker. He looks like the tall guy on the Goon Squad from the original.
Original Space Jam on,
Yeah,
on the
dude.
Monstars, the blue guy.
I swear to God,
Sean
put their
Bradley
faces
guy?
next to each other. Yeah. Put their faces
Oh,
next to each
Sean
other.
Bradley.
Do it.
Oh fuck. Well, I hope Mason Plumlee's a king by the next time we convene. That would be
That
sick.
would be
It'll be
nice. Or
interesting.
Jared Vanderbilt.
We'll see what
Vanderbilt would be preferred.
Huge.
But
Yeah.
Plumlee would be such a nice backup to Sabonis. They have the exact same game. It would just be like make him the facilitator. I'm okay with it.
I'm out on Mo Bamba. I don't want that shit.
No,
That guy's actually kind
hell
of bad
no.
now.
No.
He I also every time I watch Mo Bamba now, I'm like, why has that guy not gained more fucking weight? The guy's been in the league for a long time. He's supposed to be a big, strong fucking guy, and I feel like he's like not gaining.
It's
enough
like
weight.
Bol
He's too
Bol as
lanky.
well. Same shit.
Yeah, and Bol had such a great beginning of the year, and then his just like all these, just like Boucher on the fucking Raptors, these really
Duck,
skinny tall
Duck,
guys.
Both ducks.
Yeah, dude. Great players, unique, right? They can fit into an interesting mold, but you don't want them, you don't need them or can have them on your starting 5 necessarily because
Yep.
they're limited.
Yep. Alrighty, boys.
We'll see. I was kind of hoping there was going to be a massive breaking news NBA trade during the pod, but we did not get that.
Yeah, we
according to
didn't
my
get
phone.
much. We didn't get much. I mean, Kyrie, we could talk Kyrie. It's cool. Whatever. Kyrie, the Mavs. There's one
They're
ball.
gonna
We'll see how
regret
that goes. Yeah.
What do you over under 1.5 years till he requests a trade?
Maybe
He's a free agent at the end of the
Under.
season.
under. Yeah.
No, but John, the whole move is he's going to get the 3-year extension and then he's going to ask for the
Oh,
trade
okay,
because
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what he does.
Isn't it only a 2-year max that he can go for now?
Yeah, I thought it was only 2-year max, but then I saw something today saying he's looking for a 3-year deal. So maybe like he doesn't accept the extension, goes to free agency, and then re-signs for a longer contract or something. Like, I don't fucking know.
How old is he?
Great question. How old is Kyrie Irving?
Hey,
30.
Siri.
30.
Wow.
So he can
years
still
old.
get a 3-year. He can
I
still
love-
play.
Hoops Legion on fucking Twitter today. Kyrie, first one to Mavs practice in LA. Greatness always shows up first. It's like, fucking blow me, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here. He's a trash individual that's left every fucking team he's ever been a part of. And he's lied to fans and franchises so many times. The players love him. I get it. But I wouldn't want him on my team. No fucking way.
I was like, I was watching the Yak, and they were talking about like in the NBA, it's like, yeah, you can have your opinions, you can do whatever you want, but the player's like, is he a bucket? If he's a bucket, get him on my fucking team. That's all they care about. And
he's a bucket, that's for sure.
He's a bucket. He's incredible. The way he plays is fucking sick. Yeah, I mean, yeah, terrible guy, great basketball player. If you can separate the art from the artist, we'll see how it works out for you, Mavs. But good luck.
Harry Potter game's popular, so you got this.
Yeah, it's two different categories, but yeah. All right, well, boys, a little bit of breaking news. Not really breaking news, but like I said, if you guys are here with us, please join us next week. We may be taking a lengthy break or maybe pulling the curtain on the pod altogether after the Super Bowl. So it may be our last show ever next week. So we love you guys. We appreciate all the support that you guys have given us throughout all the years. We would love to have you all here live for potentially our final show. So please, 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 if you can, join us next Wednesday, because it's Valentine's Day. Wednesday. We all have wonderful partners in our lives that we need to cherish and completely spoil them on Valentine's Day. So next Wednesday, please join us if you can, 7 p.m. Yes, True Grit. Unfortunately, it may be the final show. We'll see. We got to have some off-air conversations, but yes. we've been grinding this year, and it takes a little toll. So I think we want to try and figure out if we can make it happen or what. So we love you guys.
I just want to say that I know we've been discussing this off air in our text chat, but we had a great time tonight, boys. It was fun being back, and it makes it harder to think that it would be the last episode after nights like tonight. So
it does. Maybe, hey, we're always going to have the Twitch channel. We might pop in and out. It might not be a weekly thing, but we might pop in and out for some fun sports moments and shit. Or maybe we find a new format that works for everybody timing wise. It's hard to get 4 guys all together on a weekly basis. So just stick with us, stick on the Twitter. We'll keep you guys posted. But like I said, we love you guys. We would love to see you next week. Please join us if you can for the Super Bowl recap. Maybe it'll be fun to go back through the archives and find some fun old shit. So you got to accumulate points for the dab. Maybe we'll do some gaming streams or something on the channel too, and you can accumulate some shit up. We'll figure it out. But
nice.
As always, we love you guys, listeners. We love you. People here with us live in the chat, we love you guys as well. Thank you guys so much. Even if you're a listener, try and join us next week if you can. We would love to see you on YouTube or on Twitch. We see both chats. So hop in. We love you guys. As always, it's twitch.tv/AGAP podcast or youtube.com/TomTime, TAHMTIME. Join us. We love you guys. Tom, did you have something else? Looked like you had something else.
Wednesday the 15th. That's the date if you're listening to us on pod or whatever. Wednesday the 15th.
Wednesday the 15th live. All right. We love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Love you. Bye.
Bye.